Hey everyone, Linus here. Ever built your own PC? It's like building with Legos, but instead of a spaceship, you get a powerful machine. But there's one crucial step: installing the operating system, or OS. Think of it as the control panel for your computer. It's what lets you interact with the hardware, run programs, and play games. Now I know what you're thinking. Installing an OS sounds scary. Don't worry, I'm here to guide you. It's like following a recipe, but instead of a delicious cake, you get a fully functional computer. We'll go through each step, from choosing the right OS to installing essential software. By the end, you'll be installing OSS like a pro. Ready to dive in? Let's get started. First things first, let's talk about choosing the right OS. It's like picking the right tool for the job. The two most popular options are Windows and Linux. Windows is like that familiar, comfortable pair of shoes. It's user-friendly, has tons of software, and is great for gaming. Linux, on the other hand, is like a Swiss Army knife. It's incredibly versatile, customizable, and known for its security and stability. Which one's right for you? It depends on your needs and preferences. If you're new to this, Windows might be a good starting point. If you're feeling adventurous and want more control, Linux is worth exploring. Don't worry, we'll cover the installation process for both. Before we jump into the installation process, let's gather our tools and prepare our computer. Think of it like prepping your ingredients before baking that cake. First, download the installation media for your chosen OS. For Windows, you'll need a bootable USB drive. For Linux, you can use a USB drive or burn an ISO image to a DVD. Next, check your computer's system requirements. Make sure you have enough RAM, hard drive space, and a compatible processor. Don't worry, these details are usually listed on the OS website. Last but not least, back up your important data. Installing an OS is like hitting the reset button on your computer, so save anything you don't want to lose. Alright, let's fire up our computers and get this installation party started. The first step is booting from our installation media, which is that USB drive or DVD we prepared earlier. This basically tells our computer to load the OS installation files instead of starting up normally. How do we do this? You'll need to access your computer's BIOS or UEFI settings. Don't worry, it's usually as simple as pressing a key, like F2, F12, or delete, repeatedly while your computer starts up. Once you're in, look for the boot order options and set your installation media as the top priority. Save the changes and restart your computer. You're now ready to install your new OS. Section 5. Windows installation, a step-by-step guide. Welcome to the Windows installation process. You'll be greeted by a friendly setup wizard that will guide you through the entire process. First up, select your language, time and currency format, and keyboard layout. Then choose the installation type. If you're starting fresh, go with Custom, Install Windows Only. Next, you'll be asked to choose a partition for your Windows installation. This is where things can get a bit technical, but don't worry, we'll break it down. Basically, partitions are like dividing your hard drive into separate sections. If you're unsure, just select the largest unallocated space and click Next. The installation process will now begin, copying files, installing features, and setting up your system. This might take a while, so grab a snack, stretch your legs, and let the magic happen. Once it's done, your computer will restart and you'll be greeted by the final stages of the setup process. Section 6. Linux installation. Your journey to open source begins. Ready to dive into the world of Linux? The installation process is actually quite similar to Windows, but with a few key differences. First, you'll need to choose your Linux distribution, or distro for short. This is like choosing a different flavor of ice cream, each with its own unique look and feel. Some popular options include Ubuntu, Fedora, and Mint. Once you've booted from your installation media, you'll be presented with the option to try Linux or install it directly. If you're feeling adventurous, go ahead and take it for a spin. Don't worry, it won't affect your existing operating system. If you're ready to commit, choose the installation option. The installation wizard will guide you through the rest of the process, which is very similar to Windows. You'll select your language, time zone, and create a user account. You might also have the option to choose your desktop environment, which is like choosing the look and feel of your workspace. Section 7. Welcome home. Your freshly installed OS awaits. Congratulations, you've successfully installed your new operating system. Take a moment to bask in the glory of your freshly installed desktop. It's like stepping into a brand new house, ready to be decorated and personalized to your liking. But before you start downloading all your favorite apps and games, there are a few important things to take care of. First things first, make sure your OS is up to date. Both Windows and Linux regularly release updates that include important security patches, bug fixes, and new features. To check for updates, simply search for Windows Update or Software Update in your Start menu. Next, you'll want to install some essential software, like a web browser, antivirus program, and Office suite. We'll cover this in more detail in the next section. Once you've taken care of these basics, you can start customizing your system, installing your favorite apps, and exploring everything your new OS has to offer. Section 8, Essential Software, your must-have toolkit. Now that your OS is up and running, it's time to equip it with some essential software. Think of these as your everyday tools, the ones you'll use for browsing the web, staying safe online, and getting work done. First up, you'll need a web browser to access the vast expanse of the internet. Some popular options include Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and Microsoft Edge. Next, protect your computer with a reliable antivirus program. There are plenty of free and paid options available, such as Avast, AVG, and Malwarebytes. For productivity, consider installing an Office suite. Microsoft Office is the industry standard, but there are also excellent free alternatives like LibreOffice and Google Docs. Finally, don't forget about entertainment. Download your favorite music players, video streaming services, and games to personalize your digital experience. Section 9, Personalization Station, making your computer your own. Your computer is a reflection of you, so why not personalize it to match your style? Both Windows and Linux offer a plethora of customization options, from changing your desktop background to tweaking system settings. Let's start with the basics. Choose a desktop background that inspires you, whether it's a stunning photograph, a colorful pattern, or a minimalist design. You can also change your system theme, which affects the colors, fonts, and overall look and feel of your interface. For more advanced customization, dive into the system settings. Here, you can tweak everything from your display resolution and sound settings to your power management options and accessibility features. Don't be afraid to experiment and make your computer truly your own. Section 10, Troubleshooting Tips. Don't panic, we've got you covered. Encountering a problem after installing your OS? Don't panic, it happens to the best of us. Troubleshooting is all about identifying the issue and finding a solution. Here are a few tips to help you get back on track. First, try restarting your computer. It's amazing how often this simple fix can resolve minor glitches. If the problem persists, check your connections. Make sure your monitor, keyboard, mouse, and other peripherals are properly connected. Next, consult the internet. Search for the specific error message or problem you're experiencing. Chances are, someone else has encountered the same issue and found a solution. Online forums and communities are great resources for troubleshooting tips and advice. If all else fails, don't hesitate to seek help from a tech-savvy friend or family member. Sometimes a fresh pair of eyes can spot the problem right away. And remember, practice makes perfect. The more you use your computer and troubleshoot issues, the more confident you'll become. Section 11. Conclusion. You did it. Now go explore the digital world. Congratulations, you did it. You've successfully navigated the world of operating systems and emerged victorious. You've chosen your OS, installed it, equipped it with essential software, and even personalized it to your liking. Now it's time to reap the rewards of your hard work and explore the vast digital landscape that awaits. Remember, your journey doesn't end here. The world of technology is constantly evolving, with new updates, software, and features being released all the time. Embrace this ever-changing landscape and never stop learning. Explore online resources, experiment with new apps, and don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. And most importantly, have fun. Your computer is your gateway to a world of endless possibilities. Use it to connect with friends and family, pursue your passions, and unleash your creativity. The digital world is your oyster. Go explore it.